Hi, Compass agents and marketing managers. I'm Carlos with IDX Boost. We love what we do, and while presenting our Boost platform through the national preferred vendors of Compass, we realized that 30 minutes was just not enough to show you everything that we can do. We have created a longer and extensive video on Boost, our platform's benefits and features to help you understand how we can get into more detail helping your clients across the nation. For those of you who may need more personalized assistance, I invite you to visit us at tremgroup.com/compass. You can select your more convenient time and schedule a demo on one-to-one basis where I would love to provide more resources. Now, without further ado, watch this video and let us show you more. Thank you.
Hello, welcome. I'm Alexander Augustin from the Real Estate Marketing Group. We are the creators of IDX Boost, and this is a demo dedicated to Compass marketing managers, for which we are your preferred vendors for real estate websites and lead generation programs. We're very excited today. We're going to show you our new release for IDX Boost, which includes our real estate website builder. For all of you who are curious, we also build fully custom websites, but this is for people who might just want to have more flexibility and accessibility to be changing all their designs. We start by logging into our account. This is what everybody that has a website with IDX Boost will experience. You have your tabs on the left, you have your leads. This is your main screen. This is where you come and see the activity that your website is actually having, your new leads, your registrations, your returning visitors. We're gonna start by showing you guys how to create a website. And I think this is probably the most exciting part of our release, is the fact that you can create, edit, and modify anything on your website directly from your website builder on your control panel. For example, I have a website right here that we've been creating for this demo. It's a website we created, a make-believe theme. It's called the Conan Housing Group. We make a little video edit and we created this site based on what we believe a lot of these websites today have to include. From IDX pages to your property search, featured condominiums, and also your services and your blog, your about and your content. And we're gonna show you today how it's very easy to modify and construct a beautiful real estate website for any of your agents using the simple website builder. The sections will be my navigation, homepage, content, theme, and content. This should be enough to create a real estate website just like you will use on those website builder platforms. The biggest difference with IDX Boost is they're going to be fully integrated with your IDX. You can also create pages that are linked to the MLS properties. So I already created some filters. I'm going to show you today how do we create some of those too. We created some neighborhoods and we also created some buildings. You can also create filters for lifestyles or specific search parameters and make them into a page and insert them into your website. So it starts with your navigation. You can choose your navigation. You can plan the way you want your website to act. And some of these links will be coming from the IDX integration, such as everything that is linked to the MLS listings. And there will be some other content like your about us, relocation services, list with us that are linked to mostly content pages. And you can do both with your website builder. So once you have your navigation created, you can always change the order of the items, save your work, and that will reflect on your end product. Really cool. So now you want to actually have a homepage for your site, and you can have multiple homepages, but it's always one homepage that is going to be active. In this case, I created my main homepage, but I also have alternate homepages that I want to show you today. In this one in particular, the homepage that I have active, it's a homepage that is linked to the IDX. You can also have a homepage that is linked to only your internal properties. that are created with the property sites. We'll show you how to do that too. So once you try to edit your homepage, there's many features here on how your website to look. That will be up to what your personal preferences are, how you want your website to look. All of these features and these tools, if you take a look, they're branded for Compass. So we're utilizing the fonts, even combinations of fonts, and design elements from the actual Compass brand, from the brand guidelines. So everything is already integrated. This template respects all Compass guidelines. The opportunities to change the way your website looks are endless. For example, you can decide to make a slider images, and these images will alternate. Including a new image is super simple. You just add an image from your folder, and it's gonna be automatically added to your slider. For those who have videos, you can just come in video, paste the URL here, and the video will automatically showcase on the site. Just the same way that I created my homepage. Every single section of the site you can edit, but you can also change the position of it. Just by clicking the arrows here, I'm actually modifying my site to the point where I used to have my listings on the second screen, but I just changed that on my builder. Make sure I save my work. I'm gonna refresh my homepage. And now that section will be down below where I decided to put it. So creativity is a fact when you're creating your site. The opportunities are endless. There's just so many sections you can add. We've been designing websites for over 10 years. We created thousands of them. So we make sure that every section that we can use for a custom site, it's available here on your website builder. So, and this section is always growing. We have a lot of plans on new sections, new types of carousels. So we love this because it's an always evolving technology. Like let's say I wanted to add something about me. I just select a content section, add it to my website. It's automatically gonna appear here. I can go into my pictures, add my pictures, and I can decide what shows here and what not. Once you add this section, remember everything is design options, so you can choose many ways to showcase your team and your sections, right? So opportunities are endless. Once I have the section the way I like it, I can decide where do I want it to go. In this case, I'm gonna put it right below my homepage, just so you guys see. So we're gonna have our homepage, our about us. Oh look, they're matching, so that's not a problem. We come into here, we change up there. Now it's looking a lot more organized. So let's refresh our homepage. And now the website looks a lot different. Now, the fact that you can create many different homepages, that allows you to start creating a new homepage, and then once it's finished, you can just activate. I mentioned you guys that you can create your own inventory using IDX Boost. So you per se don't need to be linked to the MLS. If you're in a market where maybe there's no IDX, which there's places, believe it or not, where there is, or they just want to show their own listings, they really don't care about showing everything on the MLS. Well, you can go to property sites and you start creating your listings here. I pre-created 4 listings. I'm going to open one of them. You can see I added a video as a background. I added my amenities, my pricing, my description. I added a photo gallery, a video tour, floor plans, the location of the property, and it has the agent contact information. It's very easy to create a property. All you need to do is come into here, create new property, name it. The system will give you options that you just need to pre-fill. It literally takes a few minutes to just come through these options and create a beautiful website for a property site that can be used for 1, the inventory on your website. 2, you can publish this as a property, as a website, under its own domain. To do that, you can go into your website selections, you can see domains. So you can actually publish these under a custom domain if you like. Or you can use IDX Boost domain if you don't want to put it under your own domain. But it also includes an unbranded version. So if your agents want to share this property with their peers, they can share the unbranded link, and then there will be no contact information on it. So this is good for collaboration. Once you created all your properties, you can decide to make them standalone websites, but you can also use them as an inventory on your site. If you click here, view collection, you're gonna see that there's a page where all the properties that I'm creating are being loaded on a collection. So that's called our properties. Copy this link for our purpose right now. So I open the property, look, it's showing me a beautiful template with all the details that I need to add for this property, right? And I can always request a form, request more information. If I wanted to do that on my homepage, so in this case, I'm going to change my homepage really easy by just switching my active homepage to my alternative homepage, which I created with off-market inventory. So I just switched that. Now I'm going to open it. You're going to notice that it's a totally different design than the previous one that we had. In this case, I have lifestyle filters instead of condos. I still have neighborhoods. But in this case, I have off-market listings. So this is being fed from my property sites. How do I do that? I just go to my homepage. Go to my listing site. And then I can select under listing options to go to property sites. You see, it's pulling from my property sites tab. Now, if I didn't want to do that, I want to go back to the IDX, so I have to have these IDX filters. I can select my exclusive listings, and then it's automatically going to refresh them. In this case, I do want to use my property sites, so I'm going to save these, and we're going to look at a preview. Now, all my inner pages and my navigation is still the same. The only thing that has changed is now my homepage is different, and then my inventory is a private inventory. It's not per se coming from the IDX. So that's what basically the homepage builder from the website builder does. Under the website builder, you can also add any content page that you may want. I have created a few pages under this demo for you to see. I'm going to open, for example, relocation services. And this again was just created by adding sections and modifying the sections the way I want it. I have multi-link sections, blogs, collections. I can add any section, and the end product is basically what I have built. So in this case, I have a full screen. This is relocation services. It's always easier with Compass, and it has a little video of the area this agent focuses in on. Then we have some content says moving here, we make it easy. And then we have a form, which is really interesting. I'm going to go into these. These are one of the IDX Boost really market differentiators when you want to do actual marketing. The fact that you can create your custom forms and track what are they producing for you. So we'll go into that next. But just by building and dropping sections, I have made a beautiful relocation page. I have also made a page for List With Us. You see, with all the information and the marketing assets that I need for this page to actually produce some results. We also made an About Us page. You will all have access to this link. And then we'll continue to add pages just to have fun and for you guys to see the possibilities of the website builder. Now, what's important, IDX Boost, is that it's a website builder. It's a real estate website builder. It's focused on building websites for real estate. So it needs to have an IDX integration. In this case, under IDX Boost is a seamless IDX integration. You don't need to worry about anything. It comes preloaded on your installation, and these are the tools available to you. I'm going to show you a little bit how they work and how to integrate it into your site. So map search filters is IDX results pages with properties that actually look with a map on the left and the properties on the right. We use these for our marketing clients, We use these for different types of sorts of marketing, um, for pay-per-click campaigns, for Facebook campaigns. We always bringing them into a page like this. I'm going to show you how do I created this page, and I was also able to include audio-visual advertising within my IDX page, which is a unique feature from IDX Boost. So you start by coming to your map search filters. You create a new filter. It's very simple. I'm going to create the neighborhood of Pinecrest. I'm going to come in here and try to zoom in the area that I want, which is the Pinecrest area in this case. I'm going to start drawing what I believe. I mean, I can always go to Google, double check this location, public records, but I'm going to assume that's my neighborhood. I'm going to apply the drawing. I can also create it by adding the zip code or the subdivision. I just love to create it with a map because this map is also going to be reflected on the front end. So you can see that my filter has figured out there's 211 properties in Pinecrest for sale. If I will do for rent, it would change those numbers. And as I change my options, that's also going to affect my results. So I can decide to show single family homes, condominiums, or everything that is available. I can decide how to sort this page, if I want amenities to be sorted, and all these other options, right? So I'm going to save this page. Now this page is going to be part of my map search filters. You see? All of these, by the way, is being synced with your WordPress. So for those who want to do SEO, want more advanced widgets, everything that happens on IDX Boost is automatically synced with your WordPress installation. So now that I have a page, there's different things I can do with this IDX page. For example, the first thing I want to do is I want to add it under my neighborhood dropdown. So I'm going to go back to my website builder, navigation. I'm going to go to my IDX filters, map search filters, and you're going to see my filter is going to be right here. All I need to do is click it and then add it to my menu. It's going to pop up here at the bottom. I'm going to drag it all the way to the position I want it. In this case, I want it to be my first neighborhood on my dropdown. I'm going to save my work, sync my WordPress with my IDX Boost. I'm going to go back to my website, refresh, and now Pinecrest is under my neighborhoods. I'm going to click on it, and you can see the beautiful IDX page that I built with all the properties, with all the cool map navigation features, with everything that makes IDX Boost so cool and unique is already here under a few clicks. Now, we all about humanizing technology for real estate and trying to make an emotional connection of our clients for the prospects. So we're going to show you how really simple we can add some visual advertising within this page. So now we're going to go into a lead generation tab. We're going to click on IDX Boost Ads. We're going to create a new one. And we're going to say, okay, this is going to be my Compass first Boost box. Okay, it's going to open my Boost box builder. I'm going to click onto content. I can select images, but I actually prefer to do videos. I have a really cool video I created for the housing group, which again, it doesn't really exist. You can choose to make it on a search or on a building. I'm going to use it in particular in a search, which is a map search filter. Now I can also select what I want this. I'm going to put find your dream home, or even better, I'm going to do list with us. Okay. I want this to come to my list with us link, right? So I'm just going to copy this link. And we're going to say open URL, list with us. We can also decide how we want this button to where, position, and look. Let's put it right there. That's where we put it, the button. Right there. Save. Always save your work. Always sync your installation with your WordPress. Now, I already created my cool box, so I'm going to go back to my IDX. I'm going to go look for that page that I created for Pinecrest. And all I need to do now is under Boost Box, I'm going to select Compass first Boost Box. I'm going to save my work. Always sync your work with your WordPress. Now, when I go to my page, just reload, and my beautiful advertising piece is going to show up here. This is very engaging. You can be very creative on what to do with your food box. You can add videos, you can add images, you can change your call to action. And in this case, my call to action is list with us. That's where I want my traffic to go. So I'm gonna click in here, and that page is gonna take me to my list with us page where I created my form. Really cool. Okay. So just the same way I created map search filters, I can also create what we call display filters. This is for filters that you want to add more content into it. I have one of them here called this game B. So you're gonna see the filter actually looks different. It's more of a browsing filter than a search filter. You can include pictures, descriptions of the neighborhoods, but again, also link to the actual MLS listings. Another way to create filters is by creating buildings. I have created a couple of buildings here. This is the way they look. Buildings will include the custom content that you want on them, as well as the available inventory. And you can also include a boost box on your buildings. So if you want to do marketing for a specific building, you can build a building page. You can add your advertising here with your calls to action, and now you can start bringing traffic from Facebook, from Google, from wherever you prefer to bring your traffic from, right? We're Google partners, so we're always going to prefer Google for our call traffic, but there's really a lot of different ways to bring traffic into your site. What's important is that your website converts. And that's where our lead generation tools become so important. We need to be able to convert. How do we do this? We do this by using the boost conversion tool, which what it's going to do once you turn it on. I'm going to log out of here so you guys see what happens when you're not a member. And then you turn on your boost conversion tool. You can select when to turn it on, after how many properties view, if it's a soft or a forced registration. I'm going to choose a soft registration just because I'm already registered on this site. I'm going to always sync my work. Again, it's important. And then I'm logged out. Let me refresh. And then once I'm a visitor and I activated that, well, now I'm forced to register. But because this is a soft registration, I can just click here and access the site. If this was a forced registration, then the story will be a little different. Now the client is actually forced to register. If they don't register, they cannot access the property. Really cool. This brings a lot of leads to our clients. We have case studies where websites have gone from 0 lead to 300-400 leads per month just by adding some of these conversion tools that I'm going to show you, and I just did too. You have access to your boost ads, but then you have access to this really cool form. So this is especially if you want to run ads for relocation services, or if you want to run ads for seller ads. Well, you need to be able to convert those. And how do you do that? You do it by creating conversion forms. I'm going to create one really quick so you see how easy it is to create a conversion form. And I'm going to call this my what's your home worth form. By the way, the system comes with already some forms preloaded. The most common forms are already there, so you don't actually have to do this. You have to use your forms. But if you find a form that it really is not cutting it for you, or you need to have other questions asked to your prospects for qualification, you can create your form. So it's going to be divided under content. And this is just going to tell you a little bit of the aesthetics of your site. Like, for example, you could add an image to your site. You would like to do that. You can change what it says here, instead of request information, to what's your homework, right? And then we can put the consequent call to action to our team will send you a complimentary CMA. Okay, apply and close. So now this is just modifying some of the aesthetics on my site. I can also choose if I want people to agree to my terms and conditions. Those are loaded on your site too. So if I decided them to, they need to accept it, I'm just gonna click on them and the form is gonna say already agree to the terms and conditions. You can read them there, or you can just undo that and it won't be required. Now, the next step will be my fields. This is really cool. This allows you to create the questions and answers that you prefer for your form. So in this case, what's my homework? I'm gonna make it really simple. I'm just gonna remove all these fields that I have here, and I'm gonna create a field that is called full name. It's a one-line field. So the email is always gonna be required. So full name, email, and I want them to give me the address of the house. So I'm gonna put enter full home address, and it's a one-line field. Okay, I can decide where this goes. That's gonna go on the top. So enter your full home address, full name, email. But now maybe I want to know what the stage of the house is on. So I'm gonna say stage of the house, and I'm gonna select a radio button, because radio buttons you can only choose one instead of checkboxes where you can choose multiple. We'll do both. Radio buttons, I'm gonna say perfect condition, fair condition, and maybe need some TLC. Okay, I can make it require. I can make my fields required or not. In this case, I'm just gonna leave it open. If they want to answer them, good. If not, at least I have their name and now I also want to know what amenities the house has. House amenities. So in this case, I'm gonna use my checkboxes because they can use multiple. So I'm gonna say, does it have a pool? Does it have high ceilings? Does it have, I don't know, a spa, a sauna? Okay, and I can keep on adding answers of whatever is going to make the agent do a better job prospecting this, right? I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to save at field and save. Okay, so now I have this form I have created. It has all the questions and answers I need. I can also decide what the action of this form is. So in this case, I can put a thank you message where I can edit really quickly. And I can decide what my thank you message says. Super easy, just by editing here. But I can also take this into a URL redirect where they fill the form, they go somewhere else. Like imagine, fill this form and search on market. Or you can download a document. So in this case, I'm gonna make them fill this to get like a market report, for example, okay? So we'll send you a document, we're gonna change that. We're gonna upload a quick PDF here. Okay, so market report. So the action is to download this document. I'm gonna change my content to a field to download our market report. Download download our market report. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. Now this is part of my forms. It's called what's my home worth. I'm gonna go to my website builder. I'm gonna select the page where I want this form to go. In this case, I want it on the list with us. That's where I'm gonna run my ads. And you see what's my home worth. And this is actually a different form. So we're gonna go here into our forms. This is called the seller form, but our form was called what's our home worth. So we're gonna select that form right there. It's gonna automatically load. We're gonna save our work. Let's preview how this ends. So now I have a landing page with the actual form that I decided to create. I'm gonna fill it out. Oh, that's my address. Just in case I run tests, I'm gonna answer my questions. And remember, I'm filling to download. So I'm I'm obeying, and I'm gonna fill my information to download, submit information. Now it already filled up the information and it gave me my report. So I gave the user some value in exchange of the information. So where is that information? Well, that's where you access your leads and your hot sheets. You can see here under my hot sheet, I got the person who filled up the form, all the information that they have filled out, all the questions that they answer here, and it's also a registered lead under my leads. Now I can start sending them more information or whatnot. All of these is fully trackable. You can always add conversion codes to your pages, conversion codes to your forms. So if I'm using like Google Tag Manager and I want to measure the conversions of the forms, what I need to do is just go in here. And again, when we do the lead generation, we are doing all of these, but for those, you can add tags to these forms, you can add conversion codes. Because IDX Boost was built for lead generation and then consequently became a real estate website builder. There's a lot more tools available. There's a lot of things that you can do. We invite you to get a personalized meeting with one of our representatives where you can ask them any questions. Please remember, you can always visit tremgroup.com/compass and schedule a meeting with one of our representatives. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy our meeting. I hope you enjoy our demonstration, and I hope you love IDX.